Hello. Hi, good evening. Good evening, everybody. Happy Thursday to y'all. Thursday Isolation Blues in beautiful Monterey Park, California. Dreams come true. Hope everybody's okay tonight. If you want to say hi, that'd be awesome. If anyone's there. Um, James Gautier, Isolation Blues. I got a few things to read tonight. Hey, Sarah. Mississippi's in the house. I got a few things to read tonight. Not as many. I don't know. I'm not trying to like. It's weird because doing this is just very odd. I miss open mics greatly. I'm sure a lot of people do. It's funny because you miss sort of the normal spontaneity of life, because of this isolation shit. It's like you don't see your neighbors often, or you don't hear the weird conversations on the train, or the weird conversations on the bus, and and the weird friend you haven't seen in a long time bumps into you. Like all that shit's missing from our lives right now, and it's really heartbreaking. And it's also pins and needles politically. We're all like, what the fuck? Listen, don't forget to vote. And right now, we can't count on the what do you call it? We can't count on the post office. So don't mail your stuff in anymore. Bring it in to a voting box or something. And if you have to vote the day you vote, do it safely. Do it really safely. Oh, listen to you. Right on, John. Good afternoon. John's in the house. Yeah, okay. I want to make a quick announcement. John was gracious enough and talented enough to send me a poem or two, but one for sure I wanted to do. But I'm not going to do that tonight, John. And not because I don't love you, buddy. I just was in a weird, fucked up mindset today, and I got a bunch of stuff from Sid's I want to do too, and I have some new stuff, but I'm not doing any of that. But I'm not going to not do it. So hang in there. I'm glad the scroll's working. I do want you guys to help me tonight a little bit, like every time I do this, because I need help, and we all need help. And sometimes it's important to say I need help. If you guys are this is like we're fighting this like collective depression, and we're dealing with the individual depression that came before it and probably after it. One of the things, oh hi David. One of the things I've noticed is that you gotta like I don't know. It's really weird, man. It's this oh yeah, this collective depression I think is real, and I think people are like I remember I was thinking about this in 2008. The election was exciting, like what's going to happen with Obama if he's going to win or not. And I'm not talking about how good or bad as a politician. Just that moment was really exciting. But this is dreadful. Like no matter what happens, it's going to be like eerie a bit. You know, I didn't get the click count yet, John, but I'd like to get that. Howdy, David. So I'm going to read one thing I've read a few times before. It's kind of the beginning of the beginning, even though I've already began. Oh yeah, tonight's show is brought to you by Sapporo, the beer in the silver can. Unlike Coors. But yeah, so I'm gonna read a poem, and then we're gonna talk some more. I'm gonna show you my last of my hand paintings. Not my last permanently, but my last for a while. And I think it was one of my favorites. I'm gonna show you that. But I'm gonna start this first. I want to tell you a story. I just don't know where to begin. Could begin at the beginning, before the beginning began, before the egg was cracked, before the musicians were tuned. Will someone feed the dog? I want to tell you a story, but the world got in the way. The sun isn't shining, the window is still shut closed, the air is thick with worry, the children have no place to play, the moments pass too quickly, the memories got lost in the confusion, the noise was relentless, over chatter overlapping, nobody is wrong, you can see it that way. And I'd tell me a story, help me fall asleep, hide kisses underneath my pillow so I'll never be alone. And the only thing left is a smile slowly fading away into silence. And tell me a story, beginning at the beginning, before it all began, where everything was real because nothing really mattered. Um, as my nose stuff, you're like, you ever get like just a sneeze and you go, oh, I got this COVID sneeze, even though it's just a sneeze. You ever get like the itch and go, I got the COVID itch, and it's just an itch. We're all like paranoid, man. It's like, fuck. What kind of music you guys listen to get through this? I like Elvis Costello's new stuff. I like Dylan's. I like a lot of new stuff. Oh, I heard something today. I heard Willie Nelson and this country chick do it Under Pressure. You know that Queen David Bowie song. And that was super beautiful and super cool. Remind me of the Holmes Brothers version of I Want You to Want Me. So Willie Nelson does a version of Under Pressure. I can't remember the woman's name who sings with him, but she's also quite good, but it's worth checking out. Really worth checking out. So what else is going on, guys? What about this weather? What about this weather? Okay, here's a quick trick. I think my beard is growing faster than my head. Someone asked me that recently. So I think my beard would win in a contest who grows faster. Death of a Tramp by Patti Smith. The great Patti Smith. Excuse me. The hills were green and so were we. But not in the way men talk about. We had nor walk with stain. For all was bright about the hand. We had not known death, yet the sparrows ring, set like a wreath upon a marsh, marked for all the shivered cross. In a cast off clothes himself cast off. In sun and wind his ramping drum. The high grass knew his shuffling. Kindness wrapped is being mild. His countenance moved the brethren. The stench and sense of aimless wrath. Now we know death, not so the man. A wildflower stowed in ragged breast. The hills are grieved their innocence. I'll tell you, dude, that Willie Nelson Under Pressure. Hey, David, how are you? That's awesome. Yeah, the Willie Nelson thing is quite good. I recommend it highly. Oh, Willie's great, and he's still doing his shit. You guys want to ask me some questions? Yes, I am wearing pants right now because Jerry Tubin took my job away. What the hell was that? I'm thinking about something recently. Yeah, what's the worst? What's the most uncomfortable thing about the mask? What's the best thing about the mask, other than not giving people the corona? It's also about the fact you don't need to brush your teeth as often, and you can have green stuff on your teeth. Sip a beer. Well, a beer every week. Once a week, have a beer. A beer a week. My glasses are all fogged up. How are you guys doing? Great, man. Hey, David, you're voting, huh? This is all going to vote. Oh, by the way, don't put your mail-in vote anymore. Don't trust the mail. Go to a drop box or go to the actual vote in person. The best thing about the pandemic is the fact you can vote early, which I liked it. It made it less crowded. What's your favorite Lego? And I have a question for you guys. What's your favorite Monopoly piece? Picture on my left. Oh, this one right here? Right here? I'm not sure it's left or right. That's the Shy Peanut. I like that painting. Colored pencils and crayon and paint. I got some new ones I'll show you guys. I can't decide if I want to read this weird story, guys. All right, I'm going to read you a story. It's not too long. Hopefully it's entertaining. It's another one of the Grimm fairy tales, which I was told it actually is guys named Grimm. I thought it was like Grimm fairy tales. Oh, yeah, that's right. The cool thing about it also, John, is when crazy people start talking to you, it makes it easier to avoid them. Hey, Sid, next week I'm going to read your stuff. I'm just too nervous about this fucking election and I'm just too depressed to work on that. But I want to read your stuff, Sid, because I love your stuff. We like Sid's stuff. And John, you too. And David, send me more stuff if you want. Sarah, you can too. Picture on my left, this is the one you're thinking about. That's the Monkey Peanut. One with the words. Oh, that is this one right here. That's a T-shirt that I used to have. It's a hippie shirt, and it has all the like 38 languages of the word peace. It's a world peace shirt, and I know Fred was my favorite. And peace in Swedish is Fred. I hope my glasses hold up. Okay. I have an idea. Hope it's okay if you guys are likewise. This is the elves and the shoemaker. It's not too long. Then we're going to talk a little more, and I'll show you my hands. My new hands. Okay. Here's one hand. Okay. Once was a shoemaker who, through no fault of his own, had become so poor that at last he had only one leather enough left for one pair of shoes. At the evening he cut out the shoes, which he intended to begin the next morning. And since he had a good conscience, he lay down quietly, said his prayers, and fell asleep. In the morning, when he had said his prayers and was preparing to sit down to work, he found a pair of shoes standing, finished, on the table. He was amazed and could not understand it in the least. He took the shoes in his hand to examine them more closely. They were so neatly sewn that not a stitch was out of place, and they were as good as the work of a master hand. Soon afterwards, a purchaser came in and was so much pleased with the shoes, he paid more than the ordinary price for them, so that the shoemaker was able to buy leather for 2 pairs of shoes with the money. He cut them out in the evening, and the next day, with fresh courage, was about to go to work. But he had no need to, for when he got up the shoes were finished, and the buyers were not lacking. They gave him so much money that he was able to buy leather for 4 pairs of shoes. Early next morning he found the 4 pairs finished, and so it went on. What he cut out the evening was finished in the morning, so that he was soon again in comfortable circumstances, and became a well-to-do man. Now, it happened one evening not long before Christmas, when he had cut some shoes as usual, and he said to his wife, "How would it be if we were to sit up tonight to see who it is that lends us such a helping hand?" The wife agreed and lighted a candle, and they hid themselves in the corner of the room behind the clothes, which were hanging there. At midnight came two little naked men, who sat down at the shoemaker's table, took up the cutout work, and began with their tiny fingers to stitch, sew, and hammer so neatly and quickly that the shoemaker could not believe his eyes. They did not stop until everything was quite finished and stood complete on the table. Then they ran swiftly away. The next day the wife said, "The little men have made us rich, and we ought to show our gratitude. They were running around about with nothing on, and must freeze with cold. Now I will make them little shirts, coats, waistcoats, hose, and I will even knit them a pair of stockings, and you shall make them each a pair of shoes." The husband agreed, and at evening, when they had everything ready, they laid out the presents on the table and hid themselves to see how the little men would behave. At midnight they came skipping in, and were about to set to work, but instead of the leather ready to cut out, they found the charming little clothes. At first they were surprised, then exceedingly delighted. With the greatest speed they put on and smoothed down the pretty clothes, singing, "Now we're boys so fine and neat, why cobble more for others' feet?" Then they hopped and danced about, and leapt over chairs and tables and out the door, and henceforth they came back no more. But the shoemaker fared well so long as he lived, and had the good luck in all his undertakings. Only goes to show you, little elves can make your shoes, and you treat them good, your life will be pleasant and pleased. I hope you enjoyed that. That kind of dedicated to my ex radio partner, John. He wants some more Grimm. So I'm going to give you my quick hands for you guys tuning in, and then I'll show you my newest one, and then I'm going to take a break from the hands for a while. But I like them, though. It's just silly fun. Okay, this is not the first one, but this is one of them. There's a hand for you guys for tuning in. If you've seen it before, if you watched the show before, it's one of the ones a while ago. I'm gonna give you the last two at the last. Here's another one. See the veins in the hand? That's my hand. They're all left and rights. Here's one of the first ones I did. There's my hand right there. It's kind of cool, right? The bugs in the hand and the snake. Hope you enjoyed that. Okay, I had a couple more. This one I've seen before. You guys seen this one before? I like this one a lot. Can you imagine having a hand like that? Woo! Okay, I'm going to show you the last two, which I really like, by the way. A little while ago. This is called A Face Full of Hands, or A Handful of Faces. That's the newest one. Okay, and the newest one, I just finished it this morning. I really like it. I hope you guys are enjoying my company. Thanks for making me not feel so crazy lonely, because this fucking COVID shit's scary, and this election's scary. No matter who wins, it's going to be scary. Don't forget to fucking vote. And don't call me a liberal. I'm a reasonable person, and I believe in reasonableness. So, god damn you bastards. Okay, this is the newest one I really like. I hope you like it. It's my newest one. I finished this one today. Thanks. As a hand for you guys for tuning in. So those are my hands. They're hard to clap, but they're kind of cool to look at. How you guys doing? How are you, John? How are you, Sarah, David, Sid? I'll definitely read your work, Sid, next week. What do you guys think about this election? What do you think about legalized madness? You know, all the secretaries of state all over the country are saying no longer rely on the post office. Don't trust the post office. You know? For a few days ago, it was against law to bring guns to the polling booth in Michigan, but the Michigan Supreme Court, run by a bunch of Republican goofballs. Thanks, John. I really like it too, dude. I think it's super pretty. A lot of color, a lot of time. This is one I read before. Meh. My roommate's getting a pizza tonight, so that'd be cool. My blood is your blood. My heart is your heart. The darkness we share. The light blinds us all. The clown cries for everyone. The child leans against a tree, stares in the air, searching for love. We're all the same kid, looking for a mystery where no one holds the key. Answers slip away like commercial soundtracks that end up in your head with a melody you never wanted. Flush down the drain with all the useful information that makes you feel useful. My blood is your blood. My fears are your fears. I am him. I am her, and everyone in between. My blood is your blood. Your blood is my blood, and my heart is your heart. Cool. That's cool, man. I was thinking, I like the last one a lot too, Sarah. And I committed to some more of them for a friend of mine who's getting married. It's kind of a gift, so I'm kind of glad I worked on them first for a while. Because it was tough, you know. It's like, and it's fun, and it's simple, but it's fun. Thanks, Charles. The hands are cool. They're quiet, silent hands. I haven't seen you in a while, Charlie. How you doing? I hope everybody, like I said, just vote for reasonable. God damn it. Amy Coney Barrett. What do you think about that crazy broad, huh? You know? These people, they've done a bad name to everything. All hands on deck, man. All hands on deck. Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. I'm glad you're well, dude. It's tough out there. You guys working a lot? I'm just like, I'm getting tired of this shit, man. It's like, I don't know how it's like, one guy was saying, like, I read this thing there, it's like not knowing. It's like if you got a cold, you might get better, but this shit's like, you don't know when this stuff's supposed to end or what's happening. You guys, what's your favorite kind of pasta? Do you like linguine? You like fettuccine? You like Alfredo? What's your favorite kind of pasta? I like Andrew here, but the best pasta in the world is homemade pasta. Holy shit. It's a pain in the ass sometimes, but man, is it worth it. You know, I had a thought in my head. Did I tell you this idea I had? Hi, Eileen. So I was talking to Eileen recently. I had this idea oh, yeah, I know what it was. The weather can't make up its mind. It's the last of the undecided voters. The wind. Ooh, that doesn't make any sense. Fuck it. How you guys doing? Tell me something. Lie to me or something. Tell me something cool. Is anybody out there naked besides me from the waist down? Mm. If you wanted a tattoo, where would you get it? You have a tattoo. What's the worst kind of acne? The one inside your nostril. You get, ooh, it burns, right? I wanted to fuck you yesterday, but yesterday left and you decided not to stay. Wanted to love you yesterday, but yesterday left and you decided not to stay. Could have taught you how to play chess. You could have taught me how to kiss. Would have made you supper. Would have done the dishes. Would have told you a secret, at least one or two. Would have searched for pebbles, all kinds of precious stones. Would have shared a recipe, something for you to take with you. Wanted to fuck you yesterday, but yesterday already left. Would have played Laura Nero. Would have played the Grateful Dead. Would have told you I love you, but yesterday already left. The clouds gather, turning into another cliche. You think you're clever until you run out of things to say. And I wanted to fuck you yesterday, but yesterday already left. Yeah, the tattoo parlors here. Here's my latest poem. Well, I'm gonna read the one that you sent. I'm gonna read it next week. I promise, dude. I just got in this weird shit. It's hard to shake this shit sometimes. I was talking to Eileen. I don't know what it was. I was talking to Eileen. Like, if I get depressed all day, and it's a good open mic. Sometimes the open mic can like cheer you up, or you get inspired on the way there, or you get inspired by an artist that's there. That's fun, man. You get inspired is cool, but it's hard to inspire myself, man. I'm watching King of the Hills, and I watch. Oh yeah, John, just share this with you. I watched the director's cut of I Spit on Your Grave last night, dude. John, this is for you. I watched the director's cut of I Spit on Your Grave last night. By the way, it's based on a French novel called The Day of the Woman, and it's a badass movie. But whoa, you gotta have a stomach for that kind of shit, and I do. I like when people get I get the bad guys get their ass kicked. I'm gonna read this one too. This is Fats Waller and Harry Brooks. Cold empty bed, springs as hard as lead. Feel like old Ned, wish I was dead. All my life through, I've been black and blue. Even the mouse ran away from my house that laugh at you and scorn you too. What did I do to be so black and blue? I'm white inside, but that don't help my cause, 'cause I can't hide what's in my face. How would it end? Ain't got a friend. My only sin is my skin. What would I do to be so black and blue? Yeah, I'll definitely. No, I like your stuff, John. I like that shock one I did. I got a bunch of stuff I want to do with SIDS. You guys are asking. I can't pay my writers, man. They're asking too much money. I feel like Jay Leno. No, I don't actually. So what else is going on? Yeah, a quick little tour. Once again, Dorothy and Harold. Bunch of Simpsons. There's me when I used to have hair. Oh shit, where's that one? You see that one? There's me with hair in the sun. I don't want to move my computer. Sorry. Another one of my paintings. Can you see this one? This is a weird one. This is a face. Ooh, skull. Ooh. I don't know, dudes, ladies, gentlemen. I'm just trying not to be bored and lonely and weird. I'm already weird and lonely. That's normal, but this bored shit. Oh, by the way, I've seen a bunch of Armageddon movies and a bunch of horror movies, but they only last 2 hours or 2.5. This shit's like lasting way too long. In between the horror. I know what it was. I want to give my impression of me after I watched 20 minutes of the news. That's very cool, John. So this is me right after I watch the news. Oh, that's scary. That's me. So, um, okay, I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna make it just a half hour show tonight. Um, I know pollution helps the sunset, but we gotta like vote, peeps. Vote, vote, vote. You know what pisses me off? The governor of Michigan says you can't bring guns to the polling booth areas. Man, don't. They ain't hunting. You're not going to practice shooting at the target practice or hunting animals. This is total voter oppression. And then 2 days later, her Supreme Court says, "Oh yeah, you can," because it's all gerrymandered in the Republican judges. By the way, what over like 200 judges, I think Trump was able to appoint these federal judges that half of them were not even qualified for the job. I don't mean that conservative wise. I just mean intellectually not qualified for the jobs, and they're in these fucking jobs. Not to mention this wacky fucking Supreme Court justice. Um, hey John, do you hear about the rally that the Trump people left all the old people at the rally after the rally, and they had to walk 2.5 miles to their car. Two of them got sick with COVID. Ugh. Sometimes you just want to give up. You scratch your head and you ask yourself, what does that even mean? Is it already too late? And sometimes you just want to give up. Then you decide where you'll end up. Candle wax dripping stuck in to the coffee table, dreams you can't wake up from, time stands still as you count the hairs on your arms, regrets quitting violin lessons, leaving children far behind, memories of things that haven't happened yet, reach out trying to find yourself a way back in. Self love is an illusion. Happiness slips through your fingers. Ice cream leaves you sticky fingers and unsatisfied. The colors make up your world, give you something to hang on to. Sometimes you just want to give up. Then you scratch your head and you wonder, what does even fucking mean? Frozen Senior. I know it's just that was just you want to feel sorry for them, but you don't want to. It's hard to feel sorry for people that's stupid though. You know, you want to feel sorry for people, but man, you know, this is our goddamn country, and you're like falling in love with this con. It's like Jerry Jones or something. It's like weird shit, man. Take the poison. Fuck. Uh, Again, Sabora. Hey, anybody want to ask me a question before we say goodnight? I'm gonna make it one of my shorter shows. I'll promise you I'll be more prepared next week with some of Sid's stuff, some of John's stuff. I might read another Grimm. You know, I didn't use any voices, but I'm not Kevin Costner. I'm not Kevin Costner in the morning. How you guys doing? You hanging in there out there, around there? Yeah. What? Hey, John. What is the difference between an emoji and a hash tag or a tag hash or what do they call those things? I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on here. I'm scared. I'm scared for our country. I'm scared for this friends and people I care about getting sick. I don't know what's going to happen if Trump wins or loses when it comes to the after effects. It ain't going to be pretty no matter what. I guess I'm going to read one more poem, and then if you guys want to ask me a question, let's stick around. Um, that made me emoji, emoji, emoji. You ever eat an emoji for breakfast with over milk? Emojis, cherry emojis with milk. All right. Where were you when your heart broke in two? Were you walking in the rain or was it a sunny day searching for shade? A lover that left you, a lover you never found, a promise you couldn't keep, or a lie that stuck in deep. Where were you when your heart broke in two? A whisper of a child, a tear from a grandmother, the silence from words unspoken, a dream that did not belong to you, a chance not taken, a loss never retrieved, hands made for touching, balled up like a fist. Where were you when your heart broke in two? You're not alone when your heart broke in two. My nose is stuffy. It's hard to shake this shit, huh? I don't know how to say goodbye, folks, but I might be saying goodbye soon. Hope you guys are okay. Tune in next week. I'll have some more Sid stuff, some Eileen stuff potentially, definitely some John stuff, some more new stuff from mine. I hope you like all those hands went up to you guys for tuning in. Thanks for that. I know, dude. Those judges are just terrible, man. Well, the problem is though, God loved the liberals, but we didn't have. We didn't have. Hey, Steve, did you see my last painting, Steve? Answer that. So I'm gonna show it to you if you haven't seen it. I want you to see my last painting. Did you see the last painting, Steve? And but I want to show you my last painting. So hold on one sec. But people didn't have his back, man. When you vote for the president, you got to vote in the midterms. So hold on a sec. Hold on. Hi guys, I'm back. Listen, I just want to. I know this is like not a private showing. Oh, good. So Steve, you're still there. So I'm going to show you my newest painting, but I think we'll dig it. But I want to thank Charles. I want to thank John, Eileen, Sarah, Steve, everybody for tuning in. Have a lovely day, week. Don't forget to vote if you haven't already, and don't mail it in. Bring it to the mailing place if you haven't, and just vote reasonable. Thanks, Sarah. And so Sid, this doesn't go out. I'm not Sid. Steve, or whoever. I want to make sure Steve sees it. So Steve, this is my newest painting. Can you see that? That's my last of my hands for a while. I just want to show that again. I'm not trying to like be weird about that. I just want to show you. What do you think, Steve? Pretty cool, huh? I'm inspired by your work, dude. I'm inspired by people who care about me. I'm inspired by literature, art, music. Check out Willie Nelson's version of Under Pressure. It's really unique and really cool. Thanks for tuning in. Uh, yeah, listen. The three scariest words in the world. Excuse me. Are "I love you." Those are the scariest words. I love you, or as they say in sign language, I think it's that. They used to do that. I can't remember. I think it's that. But yeah, but if you say "I love you," mean it. That's all I ask. Otherwise, don't say it. And I like that. I like these feet, John. That'd be kind of cool. That's a good. That's an idea, John, that I'm willing to consider. Although I don't know if I can bend it down that far. Oh, I can sit, I suppose. That's funny. I like that idea. Then I'll get like naked. Take care. Peace for everybody tuning in. Thanks very much. We'll have a new show next week. Don't forget to vote. And no matter what happens after this election, don't lose hope. Even though I hate that fucking word, hope. Don't lose something. Don't lose your mind. You know, we'll try to keep hopeful. Whatever, I hate that word again. But try to be hopeful. Try to be something. Try to be present. That's good. Be present no matter what happens. And be kind no matter what happens. Be present and be kind. And get better at loving each other. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Oh, that's cool. I liked it too, man. I like the butterfly I put in first. I thought the butterfly was real cool, and I wanted to do that thing. It reminded me of that wood thing. I thought that reminded me of so. Thank you for saying that, buddy. Take care of yourself, everybody. Peace. Don't forget to stay present, stay awake, but sleep when you can, because naps are good. And if you say you love somebody, mean it. Or don't say it. Thanks for tuning in. Peace. Bye. Good night.